One thing I have figured out about this channel is there are a lot of Trek fans out there, Star Trek fans, and every time we do a video talking about the possibility of Star Trek 4, where it's at, or the reboot, or TV shows, you guys show up in a huge way. I said it, I was joking around, we should make this a Star Trek channel. Maybe we will, I don't know. But today we're going to talk about Starfleet Academy, the show that is scheduled to drop in 2026. That's Paramount's new Star Trek Starfleet Academy. And the official key art is screaming, I would say, step into your future. Early 2026. We know a premiere is right around the corner. We've gathered every solid leak and update we can go over. Plus, we're going to talk about reactions from the teaser trailer. And stick around because we're going to run through each big detail. And we're going to kind of go together how it fits into the bigger universe, how it fits into the TV shows, and what we can expect from this. Now, I'm not going to give you guys the whole, oh my gosh, I'm excited, it's new Trek content, because honestly, I'm the opposite. I'm very apprehensive of this show, and I'll explain why later. Drop a like, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, guys. Welcome to Chaos Cinema. Jimmy or Chaos here. Remember, I read every single comment on every single video, so you guys show up, and let's do this. Paramount surprised fans at San Diego Comic-Con in July of 2025. They dropped the first look teaser. Now, this Comic-Con trailer shows San Francisco's legendary Starfleet Academy campus and the new starship USS Athena. It's going to serve as a floating campus centerpiece. It also introduced the Vibe, a device group of cadets learning to become officers under demanding instructors. Now, the teaser confirmed early 2026 as the target premiere, which that matches Star Trek's 60th anniversary. And we got a look at cast and kind of the environments here. And then in October of 2025, this month while I'm making this video at New York Comic-Con, Paramount unveiled a longer official trailer. In that trailer, it teased even more of the campus life, action, drama, all that stuff, the holodeck scenes, the Klingons, everybody. And all these trailers are setting up a series about cadets pursuing Starfleet dreams and challenges. Is that cool? On paper, yes. The premise, yes. But I'm still, something's pushing me the other way. Now, let's talk about the cast and characters. It was a mix of Trek vets and newcomers. Academy Chancellor Captain Nala Aki is played by Holly Hunter, who commands the USS Athena. Academy faculty included Tig Notaro as Engineer Jet Reno and Robert Picardo reprising his Dr. EMH role. Now, comedian Stephen Colbert will even voice the show's AI digital dean of students, dropping announcements with, well, how Stephen Colbert does his humor. And we had some new actors among the cadets. We had Sandro Rasta, that's Caleb Meir, who is an orphan human cadet. We have Carice Brooks, who is Sam, a holographic series acclamation. And then we have George Hawkins, who is Darim Raimi, Bella Shepard, who is Genesis, and Kareem is Jaden Krog. That's the Klingon cadet that we saw. And if I butchered those names, I'm sorry. We also had Zoe Steiner, who is Terima Sadell, a Betazoid VIP cadet. So there you go. We've got guest stars that will be there. We've got, who do we have here? Paul Giamatti as a half Klingon. We've got Oded Fur returning as Admiral Vance, and Mary Wiseman coming back from her role on Discovery. So yeah, they are trying to bring in familiars, but also create a new cast. Now, where do they go with this new cast? I'm sure they're very, very optimistic. I'm sure they want us all to attach to these cadets, but they want us to follow them through Starfleet Academy, off to their first post 5 years out, the new, not probably Enterprise, but something else, and then it just gives them this open well of content. But I don't necessarily agree with that. Now, the time and the setting here. This one is set far into the future. The 32nd century, to be exact, after a catastrophic event known as the Burn. So specifically, this takes place 125 years after the galaxy-shattering Burn that supposedly nearly destroyed the Federation completely. The cadets we meet are the first class of Academy students since that crisis. Now, why it took 125 years, I don't know. So the series is looking for that fresh start reboot of rebuilding itself. Now, executive producers Alex Kurtzman have said that the show leans into that hope and optimism theme, focuses on a brand new generation of Starfleet ideals after a very dark era. So this timeline means familiar legacy characters. You got Picard and Kirk. They're gone. They're long gone. They're not going to be mentioned. It's like trying to pull away from the Skywalker saga here. And we're going to get mostly brand new faces, with the few that I talked about, like Picardo and Tilly, actually returning. So when will we actually see this on the small screen? Well, there was a big leak that came this month. Actress Gina Yashir, who is Lura Thok, accidentally posted on Instagram, "See you January 2026. That was from her character. Now, Paramount quickly edited it to just see you early 2026, but outlets, well, they ran with it, of course, and it's hinted at January 2026 at being the premiere. In fact, Paramount Plus's own site now confirms Thursday, January 15, 2026, will launch Starfleet Academy with 2 episodes on day 1. The first season is going to run 10 episodes total, dropping 2 at the premiere, and then 1 per week on Thursdays through mid-March, through spring, almost. It makes sense. Production wrapped in early 2025, so a January 2026 debut, to me, seems pretty plausible. Whatever the case is, early 2026 is now pretty solid, at least according to the leak, and then the studio corroborating that leak. Now, the announcement in general, I think it's divided fans, and I really think you guys are going to be divided in the comment sections. There's some Trekkies out there that have expressed skepticism online, including myself. And yes, I'm a Trekkie all the way back to when I was a kid, complaining that the teaser, it looked too much like a teen drama. That's what I'm stuck on right now. It looked like a teen drama, like a high school musical almost. It didn't have any type of dark, gritty nuance to it or anything like that. I didn't feel like there was going to be any turmoil that we couldn't get past. The Borg from Next Generation or the Romulans or anything like that. It felt very protected. One YouTube commenter actually said, "We don't want 90210 in space." And that goes back to Discovery, right? Others thought the trailer looked cool, but questioned the teen angle once again. On the other hand, there's cast members that insist this will not be a shallow teen type show. Carice Brooks, Cadet Sam, told Trek Movie that Starfleet Academy is bringing us to a level rather than dumbing things down. She emphasized the cadets face real challenges, not a simplified CD or CW show. So in short, actors and creators say that this is a show for all Trek fans, featuring young adults, but mature classic Trek themes. I don't know if I really believe that, to be honest with you, but they're going to say what they have to do to try to sell and push and advertise the show. But the vibe I got from the trailer, and you can let me know if you agree or disagree, was this looks like it's going to be playing it pretty safe. And I don't really want safe, to be honest with you. Now, let's talk about the big speculation that I teased earlier. The huge fan tease. In the Academy trailer, some eagle-eyed viewers spotted a graphic in the classroom lab labeled "The Fate of Benjamin Sisko Confronting the Unexplainable." This is a direct reference, I'm going to give you a second. If you know your Trek lore, you already know, to the unresolved mystery of Captain Sisko from Deep Space Nine. Sisko vanished in 2375, becoming one of the Bajoran prophets, and famously promised he would return someday, but he didn't. So this teaser to me suggests Starfleet Academy might actually address what really happened to Sisko. The executive producer teased the DS9 legend by saying, "Watch out for Benjamin Sisko," and that they do some cool stuff with that story. Now, to be clear, there's no confirmation Sisko himself will appear. How many years have passed? 1,500 years have passed? That would be wild. But the show seems intent on engaging the mystery. Perhaps cadets study Sisko's legacy, or they even encounter unexpected clues. That storyline, I'm all about. I would like to get an answer to the 26-year-old question. What actually did happen to Sisko? So there we go. Starfleet Academy. It's launching January 2026 on Paramount Plus. We have the official teaser. We have the trailer. We know the USS Athena will be at the forefront with Holly Hunter leading a Starfield cast, which I'm not really sold on that one either. I'm not trying to be negative. I don't ever try to be negative. I don't know. I get some, I'm conflicted. We're going to follow new cadets in the 32nd century post-burn era. There will be links to the past, and maybe we'll get something about Sisko, but I want to know what you guys think. Did you get the same vibe I got and other people got about the teen drama? Or do you think maybe they'll take us in a more adult-like direction as we go? The door's wide open. This could be a brand new universe, per se, however they want to do it, saga, if you will. They got to do it right. Do it right for the Trek fans. I'll see you guys soon.